Hi, this is Catherine Berg, and welcome back to another edition of A Little Bit of Homeopathy. So, in today's episode, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the scarf that I have on my head. Why is that, you say? Well, I picked up this scarf, and it's hard for you to see. I'm trying to show it a little bit. I picked it up at the pop-up Prince display at the Super Bowl that was held in Minneapolis this year, and was part of one of the fun activities that they had surrounding the Super Bowl in the week leading up to it. And I found a lot of very interesting things out about him. And we all know that he died recently from an unintentional overdose of an opioid. So I want to talk a little bit about the opioid addiction and how he might have been able to have been still alive had he sought some other forms of care. Now, I don't know if he tried acupuncture or any other types of natural health modalities. I just know he was dependent on drugs to help manage his pain. So we'll talk a little bit about what homeopathy can do and how it might have helped him. So there are lots of reasons people have pain, and one of them is injuries, and others of them are a little more organic because it comes from other things that just seem to happen on your body that are unrelated to an injury, like your shoulder just starts hurting, or your foot starts vibrating in pain, or something like that. So we could possibly have pain for any number of reasons, and we don't need to assume that it's injury. But let's start with injury. Arnica is one of the remedies that is excellent for injuries, especially traumatic types of injuries that make your muscles or your bones or something hurt or bleed or bruise. And so arnica is not a substitute for Tylenol or Advil or aspirin, from the standpoint that if you get a headache, you can take arnica instead. You would only want to take arnica if your headache was from getting hit in the head. So arnica is one of the most popular remedies around, but again, it's for trauma. There are other remedies that are very helpful for injuries too, and these include bryonia, which is for injuries worse from motion. There's Restox, that is better for pain, worse from first motion but better from continued motion. There's Bellus perennis, which is for old injuries. There's Ruta, which is for injuries to the connective tissue or the periosteum, which is the protective coating on the bone. So there are others as well, but that just gives you a general idea of some of the remedies that you might be able to use for injuries. Now, we know with Prince, part of the way he got injured and was in so much pain is because he used to jump around a lot on the stage, and he always wore shoes with pretty high heels. And so those kinds of things just exacerbate the condition as well. But what happens if your pain isn't from an injury, that it has no known source of pain? You just hurt. Maybe your legs hurt, or maybe your back hurts or something, and you've gone to the chiropractor and it's not getting better, or something like that. Well, then we look at constitutional homeopathy. And what that means is a remedy that is made for your whole person and everything that might be going on with your body. Now, one of the ways that a constitutional remedy can help a injury is that once an injury has been around for a long time, it oftentimes the pain will shift and it'll become more like the pains that are associated with your constitutional remedy. So old injuries are often better also from a constitutional remedy and not necessarily from one of the remedies that I just mentioned to you. So I don't know what Prince's constitutional remedy was. There are people who are pretty easy to figure out because they're kind of out there, but he was a little bit of a hermit. He kept to himself, and so it was harder to know. If you look on my blog, you'll see that I've written blog posts about different people or different characters in TV shows or movies and what remedies those particular characters or famous people might need. But I don't have a sense about that with Prince at all. But homeopathy definitely could have helped him, first of all, manage the injuries when they first happened and help them heal faster so they wouldn't continue to go on and become a chronic pain as opposed to just an acute pain. If that hadn't been adequate, then going to see a homeopath and getting a constitutional remedy would have been a good solution for him. So if you are experiencing pain of any sort and you would like to get to the bottom of it, I would recommend that you call Lotus Homeopathy or your nearest homeopath and make an appointment to get a constitutional remedy and help get over the pain that you are currently experiencing. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at www.lotushomeopathy.com. Thanks.